One of the things that I'd like to know the truth about is the increase in addiction. I would say in the US is the lens that I'm looking at. It's something that has personally really touched a lot of the loved ones in my family and friends, and I see it as a growing trend amongst my generation and younger generations using it as a coping mechanism. Why do you think people are doing this, looking to drugs to solve their problems, and what is an organic way for them to solve that?
It is a natural process of graduation. Last generation went on alcohol. This generation is upping it a little bit. They don't want to do the same damn thing. Bigger dose. There was a time when alcohol was illegal in this country, you know. It went wild, bootlegging, you know, we're from Tennessee, our center is in Tennessee. So, bootlegging or moonshining, whatever you want to call it. So it went out of control. Then the government decided it's better to put a tax on alcohol and make money, which they did. Now they decided it's better to tax marijuana and make money. Believe me, watch my words, another 25 years cocaine will be legal. Why not, I'm asking. I was… in India also there are students campaigning, why can't we make marijuana legal? This generation, they do not know, in the valleys of India, Nepal, Bhutan and the northeastern states of India, marijuana grows whole valleys, you understand? Nobody ever bothers to touch it. A few people, somebody was nothing to do in their life, they smoke themselves up. Rest will not touch it because it's all over the place, all over. I've trekked extensively in Himalayas. Just we're walking through hash, this high, chest high. Simply you have to walk through the hash plants. If you just do that, it'll stick to your hand, you can roll it up and you can smoke. Yes. Oh, some of you are looking dreamy, oh, this is the place to go. But now we are suddenly making this into a big thing. They were asking me, why can't we make marijuana legal in India? I said, it was never illegal till American government insisted on destroying all the hemp crops in 1960s, because hemp was a very important textile in India. But in 1960s, they insisted from America because they couldn't make out the difference. Though hemp and marijuana are same species, they are of a different kind. Hemp grows up to 15 feet, marijuana grows just about 5 to 6 feet tall. They're different, but same species. They said, no, you have to destroy it, because they thought it's all coming from the hemp farms. Hemp was hugely cultivated, but they burned down all the hemp farms. So all the marijuana moved to Afghanistan. So, they were asking me, why can't we make it legal? We can. Right now the term, I don't know what terms you use, it's called smoked up. You're using the same terms? Hi. In India, it's smoked up. Smoke is just cigarette. Smoked up is the weed. So I said, see, it's very simple, we have nothing against anything. It is just that a human being is always trying to enhance his or her life all the time. How do you enhance your life? Some foolish people believe by acquiring things they will enhance their life. But even if you live in a palace, you could be miserable. Yes? Enhancement of life will happen only by heightening your faculties. How your intelligence works, how your perception works, heightening your faculties is the only way enhancement of life will happen. Experience of life is enhanced. So I asked, suppose you want to fly in a small plane and you find the pilot is smoked up. You want to fly with him? That's it. Said, okay, you're not getting the point. You need a serious surgery. Then the surgeon comes and he's smoked up. You want the surgery? Surgeon, no. So you understand, with lowered faculties, he will not make a good pilot or a good surgeon. How come you believe you will make a great student?
Changing gears slightly, I have a question submitted by the prolific Anonymous. How do you, Sadhguru, decide between your principles/goals/priorities versus the person you like the most? The goals and principles both come from the same mind/heart. And I will note, Anonymous used the word like, but we can also use love in there too. But I guess the question is, how do you reconcile your own goals and principles versus the person you like or love?
Well, it depends what you have taken up. If your goal is just to earn a certain amount of money or comfort, for somebody who matters to you, you should be willing to drop those silly things. But if your goals are such that it is not about your comfort, it is not about your money, it is not about anything, but it's a larger goal for the well-being of the people, then you don't have to take a decision. Decisions will happen. They will just happen. You don't have to decide.
One other question by Sumit. How do you stop taking yourself and start enjoying the process without losing the passion for your goal?
See, I know this has become a very goal-oriented society. I think when I was conversing with you there, I was kind of talking about this. You know, every year in the month of November, we have a 4-day business event called the Insight. So we limit it to about 200, 220 people. The top CEOs from across the world come, some of the top business leaders come. This is a very unique module where we pick up some super successful people and new successes. We kind of break down their success into a lesson plan and all these people go through that. It's a program that's on. So, every time, inevitably, almost every time, somebody will always ask this question. Sadhguru, we pick up the best people from the best universities. Every year we have to upgrade their salaries. In spite of that, our organizations don't work as well as your organization. What is the secret? And we can see you did not pick them up from the best universities, and above all, you don't pay them anything. They're all volunteers. But everything seems to be working better. You must come and see how our events work and how the yoga center works. All volunteers. That means nobody's trained for the job. They just have enormous enthusiasm. They're not trained for the job, they're not qualified. And you can't fire them for inefficiency because they're volunteers. How to fire them? You try to manage a situation like this, you'll go nuts in 3 days, believe me, flat. But I'll not go crazy because it's a different process. So I said, see, this is all the fundamental differences. I have continuously worked with people to make them devoted to the process. You guys are dedicated to the goal. Whatever you think is your goal right now, probably in 5 years it will not even be relevant to you, all right? So you are wasting your life going in a direction which may not mean a damn thing to you in a little bit of time, possible. Unless you don't grow, you freeze, then the same damn thing will mean something to you all the time. Otherwise, if you're evolving and growing, what means a lot to you today may not mean anything in another 5, 10 years' time, possible or no? So this goal business you must leave. Who are you to set the goals? Because your goals in some way are related to the world, isn't it? Why are you setting the goals? Right now, there is a situation. Whatever is your area of engagement, you involve yourself in that. If you do your best with what's happening today, tomorrow will be better or no? Hello? This entire process is about being devoted to the process. What will happen to me? What will happen to me? Where will I go? Where will I go? Shall I reveal the secret to you? Yes. The last scene of your life is you'll be dead. That's where you will go. Where else do you think you'll go? It is just that how wonderfully you conduct the process of life, isn't it so? Hello? You're looking at life as a race. See, the moment you think of a goal, you want to get ahead of him, isn't it? It's a race. If you look at life as a race, you must get to the finish line first. This is not a race. Who told you this is a race? Do you want to get to the finish line before everybody else? No. Life is in its process and its detail, isn't it? How deeply you're engaged with the details of today will determine the quality of what we create tomorrow. Yes? If you do not engage yourself with the process of today, if you succeed in your goal, you will be miserable. If you do not succeed, of course, you will be miserable. Just see, this is something that I'm constantly speaking to business leaders around the world. See, one thing most business leaders are proving to the world is that success is a painful thing. Success is a terrible thing. I was just talking to a group of board members of one of the top companies in India. This is a multinational company. The board meeting, all of them should come with jackets and ties for the board meeting. I said, see, people make you board members because they put their money. Common people have put their money, nation's economy is involved with the success of your company and variety of things. But they made you the board members because they believe you guys are sensible people. You will do something that they cannot do with their own money, isn't it? Isn't it the reason why somebody invests in somebody's company? That you are going to do something with my money that I am not able to do by myself, that's the idea. But you guys come with a jacket and tie in 40 degrees centigrade. I don't think you got any sense in you. Hello? This is your mindset. What kind of decisions are you taking? See, in 40 degrees centigrade, you have a necktie. Should you not display sense in every aspect of your life? Can you be just sensible in one thing, rest of it you can do in a stupid way? Is it possible? If you're sensible, the very way you walk, you conduct yourself, everything you will conduct yourself sensibly, isn't it? So this is very important. This is because we become goal-oriented. No, you must become process-oriented. If you are devoted to the process, goal will happen. In India, this is a big question, everywhere we go, the last question will be, Sadhguru, that's okay, but Indian team, how can we beat Pakistan? Cricket team. I say, don't bloody try to beat Pakistan, for that there is Indian army. If you want to win the cricket game, don't beat Pakistan, bloody hit the ball. Hello? Yes or no? You hit the ball. If you hit the ball well, you may win. I want to beat Pakistan, of course you're going to make a fool of yourself. So, we want to get to the goal without handling the process. Life does not work like that. If you want flowers in your garden, you don't have to buy perfume and go and spray to the roots. You throw filth at the roots, flowers will come, isn't it? Isn't this a process? Do you become a good gardener because you sit in… I'm sure a whole lot of people in New York City are doing this. They sit in front of their plants every day, they meditate, flowers, flowers, flowers. Doesn't work like that. You take care of the soil, the manure, the water and the sunlight, flowers will come. Consequence is not your business, process is your business, isn't it? If you do the right things with what's happening right now, consequence is coming. If you get engaged with the consequence, you will become miserable. Whether it comes or it doesn't come, both ways you will become miserable.